Avionics Master. So with line in here, we're checking again to see if the audio quality is any better and it's not garbled. Go through the setup of the KMD 150. KLN89B, the IFR GPS, which is LNAV only, no WAS or no LPV approaches on this. Goes through the self-test. Gives you pass. Telling you the date and time. Reference from the closest airport. Going to hit enter for OK. Next it's going to tell us America's USA database, and it expires on March 1st, 2017. Ask you to acknowledge that, so enter. Now it's ready to navigate once it finds the satellites. I'm going to go ahead and bring up, while we're waiting for that to come up, the AWAS at Enterprise. Push it on COM 2.
Visibility 10. Clear below 12,000. Temperature 21 Celsius. Dew point -2. Altimeter 299.5.
299.5 is set. And over here, if you can see on the left side, flashing the fuel scan 450. We did not fill it, so we're going to hit no. Used from the last flight was 3.9 gallons. If we go to auto now, it's going to stay in step about 4 seconds. So we got a total of 44.1 gallons remaining on board. Hours and minutes, if the engine was running, it would show that. What's required to get to your next destination and a reserve, we don't have anything programmed into the GPS, so it's just going to continue to scan through. All that time, the top number is always the fuel flow in gallons per hour. Across the bottom, you'll see here volts, oil pressure, oil temperature, alternator amps, left fuel tank, right fuel tank, and in the center, fuel pressure on the right side. The nice thing about this Cherokee, because it's a 1968, it had all been redone so that all the instruments are in the proper places in your basic T formation. So you have airspeed, attitude, altimeter, and then the directional gyro or heading indicator there. Underneath the airspeed, your turn coordinator, and underneath the altimeter, the VSI. Two indicators here. Course deviation indicators. The top one corresponds with the GPS. The bottom one is for the VOR localizer and ILS. Down below, autopilot. The basic Piper Century 2B autopilot. Controls for the autopilot. Electric trim, start switch, exhaust gas temperature, the tachometer for the engine, and the primer. Next, going across the throttle quadrant here. Throttle and the mixture. Coming over to the side, the throttle quadrant friction knob, carburetor heat, the light control for the instruments, which is also powered by battery backup, suction gauge, and your circuit breaker panel. Above the yoke on the right side, you've got your transponder. I got a KX125 radio and with KX155. And above the KMD 150, we got a PS Engineering audio panel. We'll test this out and see how the audio works a little bit better on this one, hopefully.